Yes.
Yeah. Let's get it started.
Yes.
All right,
Good morning, guys. Good evening, good afternoon, whatever time you're listening. Welcome to another episode. This is episode 79 of DBTH Podcast, aka Don't Believe the Hype Podcast. I know you're going to get on to me because I said evening before afternoon. I don't care. It doesn't matter the time, okay? It does not matter about the time.
Because
doesn't
we
matter
always
the
on
order.
time.
All right, then. Periana. Okay, as you can see today, we are in a different room.
A new space.
Yeah, it's not new
it's
to
not really
you.
new.
But it's new to us when there's nobody here. So it's just as a three. Hi. This is, I've said episode 79 already, innit? Okay, cool. Straight into introductions. I'm Kesi, aka Kesi Boogie in the cut. What it do?
Yeah, and it's Mr. Tariba, Mr. Nasty, Shamity, all day, all time. It is episode 79, so I can't be as nasty.
As a 69.
Oh, yeah. Go back to 69 and hear how nasty I was.
Disgusting. Anyway, you're very disgusting.
That's
Very
a PC attached. You
Thank
dirty.
you.
Disgusting.
Very
Anyway,
dirty.
it's Mr. MBT. I've already done this before when it was recording the first time, but Casey ruined it. It's Mr. MBT, the one and only, the mogul, the fine guy.
Okay.
Yee.
Boy,
Boy.
fair enough. Guys, let's get straight into it, man. You know you love it. It is time for Tables Charinas.
Trainers, tables, watch out!
Brilliant. Now, before we even get into these trainers that you see before us, guys, Road to 500 is well and truly alive. All right, please follow us on the gram at DBTH Podcast so that
You can come and
win.
get this money.
Okay, period. Once we hit 500 followers, there is a giveaway available for
man.
you. Giveaway what's there. So please wake on up. If you're not following us,
Wake up.
Please. And if you are following us, tell a friend to tell a friend. All
Yeah,
right?
100%.
You heard Kojo Funds when he said it. Get onto it.
Good one.
Now, thank you so much. Now, also, if you were listening, it would do you well
It will.
to come on down to YouTube Town where you can
on
see
to the
these
rodeo.
trainers. You know what?
In
our real life.
Thank you
Told you
so
harmonize.
much.
And I realized.
Did you not hear his one?
That's good.
Okay, what was it that we were singing last week? What was it you guys were singing?
A pussy is my
You need to go back and watch that. Absolutely hilarious. Anyway, guys, let's get straight into these trainers. So, we will get into the topic later.
Yes.
But
You might be able to tell what's going on.
we have a theme, man. We
Yeah,
have a
man.
theme every single time, bruv.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
It's a dunk day today.
Dankalations.
Dankalations. Did I ever tell you guys about the time that I was on a call
Yeah,
and you
said
won the
we were
medium
there.
curries?
We were right there.
Yeah, you was on the call. Yeah. Oh, all right. Man. I was on a call and you had just won the medium curries from
Yeah.
Offspring, yeah? And I had switched the audio from my call where I had connected to my phone so that I could answer your phone call.
Yeah.
And you were calling me and you were like, aren't you with me? And I was like, it's cool. Don't worry, I'm on mute, man. What's going on? And you were like, yeah, I won the medium curries. I was like, yeah, dankalation.
Oh, yeah.
All I heard is my director say, sorry, what? I said,
No!
Oh,
I sent a text message. I said, God, my siblings are so loud and annoying. Sorry about that.
Oh, yes.
Dankalations, big time.
Yes.
Anyway, guys, let's get into the matter at hand. Okay, so to the right of me, we have this notorious trainer. It is the Dunklo in a panda. Black
man,
and white.
Doesn't matter if you're black or white.
It does matter to someone in Stratford, though. We'll get to that later. Orja Arsis.
Interesting.
Thank you. Yup.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So this is obviously a classic pair, black and white. This is MBT's pair. Do you want to say anything about this pair?
I am so happy that I bought these trainers. At the start, I thought it was like, why? It came in handy. I want to double up on them, but for some reason, I couldn't.
We know the reason. We'll
talk
talk about it later.
I feel like Nike
yeah.
used all their rubbish material for this one, though.
No, yes.
Man said they got the scraps and pieced it together.
Yeah.
I really feel like they did that because we'll go into it next year. And you'll
They
see
are
why.
actually bringing this pair out in recycled materials.
Hey, Messiah.
Did I say
that a new
recycled?
form?
Miseko. My cycle.
I don't know why
I
I
want
said
to cycle to work.
Bicycle.
I want to ride my bicycle. I don't know what happened there. All right, sorry. 20% recycled materials. That's what I got.
They're trying to
wrong
move
with
like
it.
Adidas, innit?
Boy, they're trying to think, but so it go. Dank instead of
If
dank.
they use recycled material,
Like they
just
haven't
know.
been doing that already.
Yeah, exactly.
We've been had the scraps, man.
Right.
You can see.
Well,
Let's move
that's-
on. Yeah, truly S. Now let's go back, okay, further into the archives.
Back in time.
Back
Yes,
in
sir.
time.
This is an older pair. This is the Danklo in Brazil. This is my pair. Shout out to Marks
Brazil.
for sourcing this for me.
Shout
I
out
will never
Marks.
forget. Appreciate
All
you
time.
every single time.
Yeah,
Got
man,
the cell
this
laces
is
on there.
solid. This is solid.
Gorgeous pair. Yeah. This is
Yeah,
when they
sure.
stop making good dunks. I can't
Ah,
lie to
no.
you.
I think they stopped at the Kentuckys.
No,
the Kentucky's
this
the
is the
same.
same.
This
kind of
came out
material.
after.
It's the same kind of material.
Yeah, this came out in March and this came out in like June, July.
Yeah,
last year.
Yeah.
It's when they got to these nonsense.
Yeah. End of 2020 is when all of them went to shit.
I can already see the difference, even though these are not the actual laces that came with it.
Yeah.
They came with their similar laces anyway. But you can see, look at that lace on that dunk.
Even outside of the laces, look at the swoosh.
The puffy swoosh. I'm not gonna lie, that's flat. They ironed it.
Yeah, it's red.
It's a joke, mate.
Hate to see it, man.
Anyway,
shout out to that pair. Gorgeous.
Shout out to, you said Marks, innit?
Yeah, every single time, man.
Yeah, man.
Big love. Now on the better suit today, we have the Dunk Low in the Kensaki.
Yeah.
Also a very banging pair.
Yeah.
It is.
Very, very banging pair.
Slept on.
Yeah, it hasn't been given the time of day, truly.
What, by you or other people?
By me.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah, it's just
you haven't given it the love it deserves.
It hasn't had this time.
Why not?
Oh no, just gonna be bothered.
Too many trainers.
That's true.
Come on. How the 1% live? Come on.
What are you talking about? You're a part of them as well.
Thank you, Jesus.
Come on.
Your collection is deadly.
Man.
I won't lie. Out of all three of us, you two have the best collection.
Yeah, who do you think
Casey's probably got the best collection.
Casey's got the. No, your collection is.
She's got the
fire.
most. She's got the most diverse.
No, I wouldn't say it's diverse,
It
but
is, because she's got hype trainers, she's got standard trainers, and it's all trainers that
they're all hype.
Are they?
The Air Force Ones alone are hype. They're
Which
never
Air Force Ones?
white Air Force Ones. Do you know the reason why they're hype?
wow.
They're always sold out,
You've got Air
nigga.
Force
No,
Ones
come
collection.
on, man.
No, I don't.
That's not
Those have turned into bread now.
Doesn't matter. You still got them.
In case you got like 5 of them.
To be honest, we don't have to go back and forth. The off-white 4s is the standout piece. So
She's got off-white 4s. She's got the Salehi Brimbury.
I don't think we even.
She's got the CDG Air Force Ones. You've got New Balance 99 V5s. You've got what else? You've got the Valentine Air Forces. You've got the
Couple Sakai's there.
You got a couple Sakai's. You got 3 Sakai's. 4. Goodness. And then she's got what's that trainer that just came out? She's got the undefeated Air Force Ones.
That doesn't count.
Why? Because no one had them.
That shit is still in Derbyshire market.
No, but the thing is, like you said, she's got a diverse. But she's got like the collection is like
it's everything that I like.
Skills.
Yeah, it's everything that I like. Okay, that brings us, I think, to a nice conclusion.
Yeah, man.
Brings us to the end of Say About Trainers.
Trainers tables.
Just before you get onto the news, let us know in the comments if you want us to do content on our collection. That would be fun.
That would be cool, you know.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
That would be cool. I'm taking it to. Oh, let's do that.
Yeah, I might need to hit the lotto because I need to spice mine up.
So there you go. Time for the news, MBT.
Top of the morning. Anyway, every single week we bring the latest news about what's going on in the sneaker culture, fashion culture, and what's just going on in the culture in general.
Yes,
and
sir.
even music.
Yes.
So the first thing on the list is Balenciaga and The Simpsons. I was shocked about that.
I still haven't watched the video. I was supposed to.
I haven't watched it as well.
Haven't you?
No,
No.
I didn't
Really
watch
good.
it. Apparently, it
Actually,
was sick.
I thought
Is there
it was
an advert
really
in
good.
itself? Is it
No,
just an
no,
advert?
it's like a mini episode. So it's like 10 minutes long. Do you want me to explain what happens in it?
You might as well.
Does it feature the original characters?
Yeah. It features
sick.
pretty much everyone.
Aw.
Except for the guy that owns the Quickie Mart. What's his name?
Sanji.
No, that's rude. I don't know what's his name.
Apu.
I actually guessed. Guys, I'm not racist. I'm not racist.
Definitely know what
No.
Simpsons.
I'm not editing it out.
Yeah, you definitely know what Simpsons. I'll say it right now. Anyway, swiftly
Guys,
moving
I'm not
on.
racist.
Racismo.
I am not
All a
racist.
part of today's thing.
I'm not racist.
Yeah, exactly.
People all over the world.
It's part of the
join
theme.
hands.
It's part of the theme. Anyway, so
train.
essentially what happens is that it's a story based on
Ow.
Marge and Homer's anniversary.
Right.
Okay.
And Marge has a dream of basically standing up and wearing some sort of fashionable Balenciaga dress, which was in the magazine.
Right.
So Homer sent an email to the head of Balenciaga. I can't remember the guy's name. And was like, look, my wife would love this dress. Could you please send one over?
Really?
And then, he was like, please send anything over or just something. And the guy's like, look, send her the dress. They sent the dress over to her. And then somehow, for some reason, she received the dress. He saw it. And he was like, we need to go down to Springfield and design them because Springfield is missing a lot of style flair and this and that.
Okay.
So Balenciaga comes down, Styles basically does a fashion show with basically everyone in Springfield, and they just basically show some of their designs essentially on the catwalk with people wearing them. And yeah, that was basically it.
Interesting.
Grand opening, grand closing. I just thought it was cool. It was just different. It was just something
It's
which
nice.
you wouldn't have expected from a fashion house to do. But with this, what do they call it? Is it media?
Merchtainment.
Merchtainment. Yeah,
Merchtainment. But they're doing that. They
What
did
did I
that.
call it? Merchtainment.
Yeah.
the whole merchtainment situation
Merch.
going on.
No,
it's
but
pretty cool.
that's what's popping right now because it was on what's that game? Fortnite.
Fortnite, yeah.
Fortnite. Who
Fortnite's on
did
it.
it with Fortnite?
Balenciaga did it with Fortnite.
Balenciaga did it with Fortnite as well.
Yeah.
And Gucci and Pokemon.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff.
What do you think about it? What do you think about entertainment?
I mean,
do you think it's a thing? Because this whole NFT thing that's going on right now, is it along with that?
I just don't think I'm in line with the times, because to me, I think it's BS.
For the younger generation, innit?
Yeah, it's just not for me. It's not for me.
It's the internet, isn't it? So
yeah.
The younger people spend more time on the internet than anything. So maybe that is the best way to go, really and truly.
But that's mad, because you know what? I don't want to also feel like I'm behind as well. Even though we're getting older.
Yeah, I don't want to feel like I'm behind, but you have to know what works for you and what doesn't. That doesn't appeal to me in any way, shape or form. But more life to them, man.
Anyway, moving swiftly. So, one of the best artists in the world is bringing out a Nike trainer. The Nike trainer looks like ass. Anyway, so the trainer is called the Nike Air Terror by Drake.
People are saying that it looks like the Fila Disruptors.
It looks like it.
It does. Without the
it's
rings.
hideous. Why would you do that? Nike have brought you on, yeah? You did all this shit with Adidas and then Nike. And Nike brings you on and you bring a trainer that looks like a cross on.
I don't know if Nike or anyone in his camp are reading the comments, but people are not giving this shit any love. I would have thought that Nike would have just benched it by now and just said, no, forget it. We ain't going to do that. Come with something else.
You know Nike are stupid, so I'm telling you.
Let them release the certified lover boy Air Forces though.
That's what we're waiting for.
This is what we're waiting for. That makes sense. I don't get it. Like, do what works for you.
Time to get that sorted ASAP, please.
Yeah, sir. But the Terrors are coming out this autumn for $150.
$150.
$150.
And then £150.
I can't lie to you, yeah.
What?
I don't think they're that criminal.
God forbid.
They remind me of Michael Kors.
Air Jordan, it's the 14. What's the Ferrari pair? I think it's the 14.
I don't know.
I know which one you're talking about, and it's grey and red, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's red and black. The Ferrari pair.
Yes, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, similar to the Michael Kors ones. Shush your mouth. Similar to the Michael Kors ones. I know which one you're talking about when he's facing Jordan. Yeah. Come on, I know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Good luck.
Yeah,
but yeah, the trainers hit this. But what I was gonna say, when you said, "Oh, you're not mad at them," I was like, women will probably make that trainer look good. I couldn't see myself wearing that trainer. It will look like
I think it would look best on men.
What?
I don't think that should be on anyone.
Yeah, I agree generally, but I think when you see those kind of like functional trainers, I think they slap better on, like, hear me out, men with small feet. Like men with size 7s.
I just don't know what he was thinking.
Size 7, size 8s.
Men with small feet.
But what was he picturing when he made that shoe? Like, what was he?
UK.
I think it's just giving academics. It's giving FUBU.
UK.
It's just giving that
street
error.
Okay.
Top Boy. Right. He thought Top Boy when he created trainer.
It's as well. Shout out to Drake every time.
Anyway, next thing on the list is on. Was it Monday?
Don't remember.
Monday. Was it Monday? Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp was offline.
Shut down.
Was offline
for hours.
For the rest of the day. No, not for the rest of the day, because it came out
like 4 till 11.
Yeah. So basically, Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp had a blackout. We weren't able to post any. Actually, some of us posted pictures before the blackout and didn't get the likes we were supposed to.
Toby posted a picture at 4 p.m. 4:30, everyone was down. He came back at 11. He said, "In case you missed it, in case you missed it, come back and show live."
Just gotta make sure.
Me, I would have just deleted the photo. We go again.
100%. I would have done the same thing.
Go again.
We were like 70 likes deep. We couldn't go again.
It's a shame.
They said, "Man, nigga, show love to me."
100%.
Just in case, please. Yeah.
But did any of you listen to the response by Zuckerberg?
Did he actually respond? Because I heard that
I sent it in the chat, but I didn't listen to it. I thought you guys would have listened to it.
I didn't listen to the response, but I did hear that he lost 7 billion just in the first few hours.
That's mad.
That's
mad, because a company like that, you would expect them to kind of
hold it down.
Yeah, man. Some redundancy.
Yeah,
not redundancy.
Yeah, redundancy, man. Failover. One cuts that, you fail over to the next one. IT guys, you know me.
So, okay.
You know me. But
I'm
yeah.
gonna say shout out to Mark Zuckerberg, but no, not him. He's a villain.
But besides the fact that we went into a social lockdown, what did you guys think about it? Was you okay with not actually having Instagram, WhatsApp available?
Did I even
Or
notice?
were you all crumbling?
I didn't notice that Instagram was done for a while. Was it WhatsApp? There was one that I didn't notice.
WhatsApp.
No, I didn't notice Instagram for ages. Like I was cool, but I had sent voice notes at like 4 o'clock, and I was like, why haven't people responded to me?
Yeah.
And that was how I realized that it was down.
Yeah.
And
you
then
didn't just think that people just didn't want to speak to you.
no chance. What's going on? So yeah, so I realized that was the case, and like any conversations I had, they had either messaged me already on iMessage or whatever. So that was fine. Instagram, I was like, oh, okay, that's not working. Let me just try and do whatever on Instagram. Didn't work. And then what was the other one? Facebook. I don't use that
No one
anyway,
uses
so
Facebook
I,
anymore, man.
whatever.
I just
That shit
noticed that
dead.
message didn't go through on WhatsApp. I went back to Instagram. I couldn't check my progress on my picture. But I went to Twitter though. Twitter was active.
Yeah, Twitter.
Of course, Twitter's active because they have redundancy.
Yeah.
Twitter was active. What?
There's redundancy there.
I just don't think that works.
Yeah. Anyway, we have to
Flip over. Yeah, data centers. IT guys, you know what I'm talking about.
Wow.
Redundancy. Global redundancy. That's what they have in
Okay.
Twitter.
Anyway, yeah, no, that
next
was
thing
good.
on the list
Yes.
is Heady One. Heady One released his album, was a pack of ass.
was
Too
a
loyal
mixtape.
for your own good. Yes, you are, because that shit was dead.
Oh God. I haven't heard Raven reviews in it.
That shit was dead.
I haven't heard
Dead
Raven reviews.
as
haven't
the
heard it
fox
full
that we
stop.
saw on the way here splattered all over the road. That's how dead it was.
That fox was
Oh,
dead,
so you
dude.
saw that fox as well?
It was
It was
dead.
dead.
That fox was awful.
Oh, my
Fam,
God.
they
I
got the
couldn't
meat
even-
cleaver and
I couldn't
slammed
even see
it.
where the head was anymore. It was
Mate.
just gone.
Decapitated. Serious.
Gone.
But even okay, if we're not going to talk about the mixtape, that's fine. Did you guys see the stuff that was happening with Tion Wayne and Heady One today?
No,
What
what
There
the
was
hell?
like a little bit of a back and forth on socials. It was
Oh,
a little
not
bit
again.
childish, a little bit. But
Really?
basically, Tion had said something along the lines of like, "Why is this guy chatting about me or whatever?"
On his mixtape
Um,
or just in general?
apparently, according to Tion, Heady was talking about Tion's album. Here's
Oh,
what
right.
Tion said. He went onto his stories. This is what he said, yeah. Excuse me, guys. Michael gave me a cold. So this is what Tion said. He said,
Cough,
"Lol."
cough.
That's why I'm
Hold
over
on, I
here.
think I'm about to sneeze.
Oh, sneeze over there, please.
Okay, so he said, "Lol, these desperate man had the cheek to talk about my album. Friday's gonna be a long day. Nah, real talk. Why are these man fucking up Busta Rhymes classics? I'm actually vexed because you know. Okay, well, I don't. You guys probably haven't heard it.
I
Yeah,
heard,
Heady did
yeah.
a song on the "If You Really Wanna Ride With Me."
Oh, no.
Yeah, he did that on that
Was
instrumental.
it good?
It was dead. It was dead. I told you the whole mixtape, the whole EP, whatever it is, dead from beginning
Yeah, it was
to
a-
end.
It was a little bit offbeat still. And yeah, and then he put up this picture. He was like, "Mood, this one." That's the face. And he said, "Mood when you hear your ops rapping offbeat." He was like, "I love this song, but they need to put the real title, Cry for Help, because it's called Cry." That's the name of Heady's song.
Lord have mercy.
He said, "No, real talk. Why am I fucking up Busta Rhymes classics? I'm actually vexed." And he said, "Oh, shut up, Irving." I'm guessing that's Heady's real name.
Oh goodness.
"Oh, shut up, Irving. You was talking shit last week. These times you've been declining all year. All this mixtape talk. Music and Road was better than Cry for Help. You wasn't
Yeah.
saying this when I was punching you man up, was you? Man didn't even back his little bro bleeding, you coward. These desperate man had the cheek to talk about my album Friday is going to be a long day." And then Heady responded, excuse me. He said,
Heady.
what did he say? He said, "Lol, I'm with my wonderful albums and my mixtapes, too loyal for my own good, for the people, no FTs, oh, FTs isn't features, no features, just me. Go back, check it all out. Niggas want to try and compete where they don't compare. That's facts. How man just dropped their debut album and thinking about my mixtape, KMT. Can't even lie. If you got an album, why are you checking out my mixtape?
No,
You're
but
being
no,
weird.
it's true. It's true. I hear that.
It's getting weird.
But at the end of the day, yeah, do you know what I'm gonna say right now? At the end of the day, when it comes to albums and mixtape, the only difference between both is how many songs are on the thing. That's really it. So
Yeah.
album, mixtape, I don't really distinguish both. Like it's still a
And the
body of
thing
work.
is, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I sometimes feel like saying album is a bit of a cop out because really and truly, you put in work to put that music out. Don't try to act like he wasn't in the booth trying
Yeah.
to do something, and you put it on a mixtape just because you probably were too scared, or your label probably said this is not good enough for the album, so you put it as a mixtape. So don't even try to act like you haven't been trying to put in work for this album.
What Heady One's debut album was Edna.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, wasn't it Music and Roads?
it might have been Music and Roads.
If it was Music and Roads, look, Music and Roads wasn't great as well. Edna,
Music and Roads was alright.
Was it?
Yeah, Music and Roads
alright.
was good.
is it the black and white one? That's
so.
got the what's it called like this.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Oh,
That's not how I remember.
Anyway,
But yeah,
them
shout
man
out
are
to
beefing. Shout out to them.
you. Yep.
Summer Walker
What about?
is releasing an album.
Oh Lord, have
It's called Still Over It.
Yes.
Still over what?
Well, Over It was her first album, so this one is to say I'm still
Okay.
over it.
Okay.
Still don't have the time for the BS. I feel you, sis. We're in the trenches together, apparently. Yup.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's coming out 5th of November. There was a preview video that came out with her and JT, so something's going to be happening with them too, which
Lovely.
is exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's a great artist. She is.
Listen to her.
And she's been going through some things, so that
Has she?
music is going to be music.
Yeah.
Have you not seen all the Wahala with her and
London
Baby
on
Dad
the track.
London?
What happened to him?
Oh my gosh! Apparently he's just a shit baby daddy, and
Flipping
like
neck,
he's
man.
got like 4 baby mums that all want to fight Summer, and it's a whole
Really?
thing. Yeah, it's a whole
Why
thing.
can't Dons just get their act together?
What's that guy's name? The other crap baby father.
Jesus, which one? You know, there's so many.
What's it called? Nicki Minaj's ex-man.
Oh, Mr. Petty. Oh, X Safari.
Yeah, that one. Goodness.
Hope he's doing okay wherever he is.
Anyway, I'm looking forward to Summer Walker's album.
You know what I'm looking forward to?
She's decent. What?
I'm looking forward to what's her name? Adele.
Yeah, Adele.
Is it new music or an album? What is she teasing us with?
I think it. You don't know anymore nowadays.
Yeah, you don't know until you know.
Someone will put something out, you might think it's an album. It's like when Thames put out that thing and we thought it was an album, but it was actually a single. Then she dropped the EP.
I don't really listen to Adele. I was.
I don't know.
She came right in time for seasonal depression.
Lord,
that's what the streets are saying.
Do that.
Yeah, but if she doesn't put it out real quick, Michael Bublé is going to be coming out very soon. Understand
Christmas.
that?
Yeah, but that's good vibes. Adele is not good vibes.
And Mariah Carey.
I'm listening to Bublé over Adele. Tell you right now.
Remember that time when Michael Bublé was at what's it called? At the Chinese restaurant next to our house.
It was a fake Michael Bublé for sure.
You know I saw Mariah Carey at Westfield.
What?
Yeah, she came to do
Real
something
Mariah.
one time. Yeah, like back in like 2000 when Westfield first opened.
That's
and Rihanna as well.
Rihanna came to Westfield.
Pon on the
Yeah,
replay.
remember? Not Pon on the replay. Pon on the replay.
Pon on the replay.
That's what.
Hey, Mr. DJ, can you turn the music up?
Can you finna turn the music up? Holla.
We're from Great Britain.
Jesus
you
Christ.
see this.
No,
you see this.
I feel like is there any other
Pon on the replay.
Is there any other random moments when celebrities have just come to shopping centers? Because we saw Rev Run in Lakeside.
Yeah, for the pastries, right?
No.
Yeah,
his daughters come out with this shit.
What did he sign for me?
I don't think he signed anything.
No, he signed some paper or something. I lost it.
Maybe. But like, what was Rev
What
Run
else?
doing in Lakeside?
His daughter's trainers.
That makes no sense.
And his daughters weren't even there.
They weren't there.
He said, "I'm here on behalf of my daughter."
With his Blackberry.
He was in Foot Locker in the bathtub too, and the Blackberry.
God is love.
Rev Run.
What other artists have you guys seen in shopping malls?
Randomly, I saw Tion Wayne in Lakeside as well.
T Wayne from the
Really?
Nine.
Yeah, I saw Tion Wayne. Like, this guy's tall, flipping.
Yeah. I've seen. Well,
he's
can I
tall.
really call him some famous chipmunk? Seen
Yeah,
him?
we saw shit that time in Lakeside.
I've seen Chipper.
Yeah.
Yes,
couple
yeah.
times,
Oh, in fact,
He's always in Lakeside.
way back on the train, I saw Lady Suffering. If anyone remembers Lady Suffering, in her heyday, at her height.
The white woman.
Yeah, when she was making music back in the days.
Did she look the way
Really?
she looked?
Yeah, the dappy had everything.
She was sick, you know. Back
She
in
was
the
sick
days.
at the time. In the time.
Don't tell me you weren't spitting Lady Sovereign's
Yeah,
bars.
in West
promise you.
Wheezy, we were sitting down the
I
streets.
promise you, I wasn't.
On the roadside.
What, Pon on the roadside? Yeah.
Oh yeah, because
Right,
you
guys.
probably wasn't listening to all that music. You was probably listening to Adele.
No,
Anyway,
I heard it.
let's not
Adele
that
wasn't
person.
around that time.
Let's
Adele
not
was
far.
listening to Lady Sovereign.
She
Didn't
was.
see her gun fingers
She
that
definitely
time.
was.
She was.
She was on crud on that phone call.
Thank you very much.
What with her seasonal depression?
She was
Ooh,
on
maybe.
crud on that phone call.
Goodness. Anyway, moving on to the main topic.
Yes, sir.
So who should go first? Should I go?
I'm happy to go. I don't
go
mind.
All right, no problem. Let's go. Let's do this.
Oh, me.
Do this.
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay. So, guys, we mentioned that there is a theme. Okay.
There is.
There is something on our house today that we want to share with y'all. Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody that lives in London would know that we have a Westfield in Stratford, East London.
Or Essex.
Big up you, man. E20. Come on,
London.
East London.
RM.
Not quite.
Not the Richard Mill now.
Shout out East London every time. Come on.
Do you know what is so mad?
Crazy
What is so
offender.
mad? Yeah, this woman
What's going on?
has only been
Talk to
living
me nice.
in East
Bop,
London
bop.
for
The
a
mayor
few
has
days.
not come and knocked on her door
Leave
yet.
her.
Just to understand.
Leave her.
I barely.
Shout out
Do you know-
you, man.
Look,
East
until look.
Gang shit,
Look,
gang
look,
shit,
look.
gang
Have
shit.
you even
Come
got
on.
your first piece of post in that place?
doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
she actually has. She has.
Ah,
She's
that's
been getting a lot of
Come on,
posts.
go and check my
definitely is
license.
one.
But guess,
Bozo.
look, because you changed your license, look at you.
Gang shit, gang shit.
You could have used a biro with that. What are you
East
talking about?
London, come on.
This girl
East
has only been
London.
living it.
Listen, wait, mate. I'm
East
telling you.
Londoner, South Londoner.
When I go to the car, they're going to be like, hey, shut up, you're from East London. Yeah, come
And
on,
then
bro.
he says, I know that woman's been there for only 3 days.
Because no one responds.
If you've been there for 6 months plus, say yeah. Yeah. Guys, okay, sorry. East London has a Westfield in Stratford and they've opened up a brand new flagship JD store. It's huge. It's humongous.
Mahusive.
It's massive.
For
I think
what?
it's the old Topshop, no?
Maybe.
Wait, you know
is
that
it?
Topshop? Yeah. It
When
must
did they
be.
do that change? Because we've
Must
been
be all this time.
we've been
Topshop's
going
been-
Stratford regularly.
Yeah,
so
but
Okay.
Topshop was closed.
Yeah,
though.
Topshop.
but JD was
Since I've been-
open.
No.
Yeah.
I saw them loading up still. I did.
Loading.
Loading. I
No,
saw them
but-
loading up. Yeah, I did. Sorry.
It wouldn't make sense. No, it makes sense. Topshop's
Anyway,
been closed
you know,
now
they
since
didn't
the
Yeah,
do
because
it
you're
on
there
that.
every day anyway.
top of the
Okay.
year.
And at top of the morning. So
top of the morning, top of the morning.
so JD opened this brand new store. It's huge. It's really nice. It's actually very, very nice. I won't lie to you. It's really, really gorgeous. They have a DJ booth, which makes zero sense.
Well, it's like Selfridges.
It's like Top Man.
No, it's
No,
not.
Top Man's different.
It's not
No.
like Selfridges. It's literally a dedicated DJ booth on the second floor, and it's just that, like, in the cinema, yeah, where they have the projector and that person is in there.
Yeah.
It's like one of those. But he's outside and he doesn't have a room. It's just a balcony.
Yeah, but they've got that in Nightown, don't they?
No, that's just someone that's just there on the ground floor.
Oh, man.
He has a place up top, second floor.
Yeah,
just him.
What? Time to party.
It made no sense. Anyway, there was a whole thing around the release and it was really big. They also had some
danks.
Thank you.
Loads
they
of
had
danks.
some dankalations.
Probably still got some.
Rumor is, guys, you heard it here first. Rumor, is that Adele?
I think so. Maybe.
Anyway, so rumor has it that these are the trainers that they had available. The Dunk Low Pandas, they had the Dunk Low Michigans, Dunk Low Spartan Greens, they had the UNC Dunk Lows, a couple other dunks. Pardon?
At Georgetowns as well.
Some Georgetowns apparently, and they also had apparently Jordan 1 Mockers and Jordan 4 Oreos, white Oreos. That's the word on the curb. Because if you remember, during Christmas, they were supposed to release lots of mockers in Central, in the JD, but they never did because a bunch of stuff happened there. Someone got injured or whatever. Right. So they didn't release them. Apparently, word on the curb is all of that extra stock went to their flagship stores, which are open, Stratford being one of them.
Yeah.
So you heard it here first, but don't take my word for it because once we get into the cook or the gist, you'll understand. So all of these trainings were available and a lot of people queued up from 6 a.m. in the morning. 6 a.m.
How do they know? Did they tweet?
What do you mean?
About the shoes releasing?
They were doing promotion, innit? You saw people promoting it.
I think it was just word of mouth. No, in regards to what dunks are available.
Okay.
I think it was just like word of mouth. Like people were just chatting and saying what's in the
bag.
bag. And a lot of staff had already reserved stuff for themselves anyway. A lot of managers had already taken stuff from the whatever.
That should be illegal.
How though?
I don't know.
Who's going to stop
It's a staff
them?
benefit.
It's true. Okay, that's true.
It wasn't a staff benefit when I was working there and they sacked my ass.
That's because you didn't have anything to take at that time.
No, there was a lot to take. I just didn't take until they told me I took something without me taking something.
I didn't mean to steal, nigger. What's going on?
Goodness sake.
Speaking of niggers, let's get back. So now, word on the curb is people have queued up as early as 6 a.m. to get into the stores because obviously they assumed that there would be some highly sought after trainers in there. They obviously went, they bought a couple of dunks because there were dunks available. People bought the pandas. Shout out Boogs who let me know that there were trainers available.
Boogie.
I took my ass. I'm Boogie.
Yeah, she's Kesi.
He's Boogs.
No, see, the thing is, don't stop it.
Okay.
Let it go.
Anyway, so Boogs told me that the Dunk Low Pandas are there. I took my ass there straight away. I got there, and what did I see? Nothing. Now,
damn thing.
I just gave you a little bit of context so you know what the crack was, okay?
What was how many shoes were you asked to get, Kesi, just to say? Because I'm pretty sure you.
How many did you ask for?
I asked for 2.
How many did you ask for?
I think I asked for 2 as well.
So 2 from these 2, so that's 4.
Yeah.
Emmanuel, shout out Emmanuel, asked for 2 for him and Debs. Shout out Debs. And then who else? And then 1 for me as well, so I can try and resell. So how many is that?
10,000.
Right.
They weren't allowing you out that place.
I never stood a chance.
Imagine her holding the bags like this. You ain't leaving this
I'm ready
place.
to go.
You're a reseller.
I didn't stand a chance. Anyway, so that brings us to the thread that we saw recently on socials. You guys might have seen it. There was someone called, I think his name is Miss Glizzy.
Yeah, missed.
Shout out you. He basically put out a thread saying that there was a particular assistant manager there that refused to serve him trainers and called security on him because he was a reseller. And she assumed him to be a reseller,
right.
And he felt like that was a racial attack and it was down to his race that he was being profiled, etc., etc. I'll put a couple of screenshots of the thread.
Yeah, see if we can go have
video. So there's the context, and maybe we'll put the thread in the description.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is all the context and summary that you need.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
Is he a reseller?
So I was there in it, right? I was there for 2 hours. Okay, I was just hanging around gallivanting, and I saw him. And
with my own 2 eyes.
I saw him, and I spoke to him in it.
Yeah. What did he say?
The first thing that he said to me when he came over, it was me, Boogs, and Boogs' friend. Shout out Marianne.
Shout out Marianne.
My jigger. I was with her for 2 hours just looking for danks. So he came to me and Boogs, yeah? And he said to me...
Point blank, verbatim.
He was like, let me be clear. I am a reseller.
This guy, man.
I am a reseller. I am a reseller. He was like, let me be clear. I'm a reseller. I'm a reseller. And he already had a bag with dunks in them, innit?
From where?
JD, from the downstairs one. Okay. Apparently someone from the downstairs JD, that old one that's still open, there was one there waiting for him. He had taken that one. So he got that one early and he's come upstairs and he's asked for dunks.
Let me clear.
So you've already got a bag in your hand, yeah? We can see the red box. It's probably dunks, right?
Okay.
And you've gone to someone, you've asked for dunks. They've said no. Now, he's gone around. Basically, he's realised that he wasn't going to get served.
Yeah.
He felt how he felt. I'm not going to invalidate his experience, but that's how he felt.
Sure,
That's how he
sure.
felt.
Yeah.
And he started going around to every single black person there to evangelize and basically just say, look,
Word in the
this
street
bitch is racist. Like, that woman there is racist. She's
Man
racist.
said we need
She's
to
not
boycott
serving
this
me.
place.
Basically, it was a call to action. I can't lie. It was a call to action.
I heard that.
The first thing that he said to me was, let me be clear. I am a reseller. I came to pick up dunks, but she just assumed that I'm a reseller, and she said that I can't have any trainers.
Her intuition
racist.
must have been really good.
Okay, as someone that was there,
Yeah.
did they turn down a lot of black people from getting trainers though?
They turned down a lot of people, period. Stratford is a black
Predominantly black.
there were
Yeah.
predominantly
So
black people
they're
in the
racist.
store.
Wait.
It's tough. It's tough in it, and I'm not
yeah.
gonna be the one to say that she's not racist, because in that thread, a lot of people did come out and say she used to be the manager at Lakeside, and at Lakeside she was doing the same thing.
Which is shocking.
So
To black people.
to black people,
Well,
Do you
first
know
of all, the
what-
thing is, yeah, first of all-
let me say one thing
Go
before
on.
you continue, because there was a picture in that thread,
Yeah.
and obviously you guys can say whatever you want, but from what I can see, from the facts that have been shown me as a lawyer in practice, I'm looking at the
You
facts.
can't say that. You're not
And nigga, shut up, man. A lawyer in practice.
Run it.
yeah?
Yeah.
I saw
It's illegal.
a Caucasian man.
Yeah.
He had 5 bags
Well,
in his hands.
before we get
Yes.
to that, get to
Okay.
that,
Yeah.
well, the people that said that she was like that in Lakeside, first of all, there was no shoes releasing in Lakeside.
No, there was Panda Dunks, the high dunks.
In
Yeah, there was.
Lakeside?
Yeah, there was in Lakeside.
there were a couple of dunks.
There were,
there.
Toby, yeah.
Yeah, there were.
It's just that you went outside.
No,
There
because
were.
I'm thinking, what the heck was being sold in Lakeside? Lakeside didn't get those shoes.
Boy, you went outside.
I'm
Boy.
always outside. Trust
Yeah.
me. Look at my shoes.
Anyway, there
worn them.
weren't pictures of other people, specifically white people that had
Yeah.
bags.
Yeah, no, for sure. So my question is, how the hell did they get the bags?
Okay, so let's
Caucasian
be clear.
counterparts.
It could very much be racismo in it.
No, for sure.
So let's put that there. We haven't even touched on the racism side just yet.
Nope.
I'm just touching on my experience, what happened when I was there. I'm not using this as a way to counteract what you said at
Yeah,
all. I'm just
cool.
telling my story.
Yeah, tell you what.
When I was
is my
there,
story.
There were people already getting served dunks. People that got served dunks. Boogs received dunks.
Yeah,
right?
okay,
You got
yeah.
dunks, right? People, if you got there a bit earlier, about 12, between 12 and 1, people were getting served dunks.
Yeah.
But then too many people started coming, and then they started telling people it was sold out and that they didn't have any.
Yeah.
I went to go and speak to a particular employee. Shout out sis. She was really kind.
Yeah.
And she was
Shout
like,
out, sis.
I know that there are some in the back, but I can't tell you that there are some in the back because too many people will come. So you can't, we're not going to sell any today.
Yeah.
I went to another person who was one of the floor managers. He said, yeah, we've got some, come back at 4. I went to somebody else, come back at 2. I went to somebody else, we don't have any till next week. We don't have any at all. We're sold out. We don't have. So everyone
But
was
I know
telling a
you have it in
different
the
story.
back.
Everyone, yeah,
They were just
exactly.
all frantically just giving whatever response they could.
Because they needed to stop the traffic. Everyone, they wanted everyone to clear off, and so naturally there are going to be some people that make it through the madness,
Yeah.
and patting themselves with dunks.
Yeah.
The people that got 5 is outrageous,
Yep.
and so it go.
Because it's bullshit though. Because first of all, some people have 5 shoes, right?
Right.
So don't try and act like you're trying to combat resellers, right?
You're
And
not.
don't try and act like you're trying to calm down and stop a riot from happening. Because first of all, you've already put word out there. Someone in your camp has put word out there
Yep.
that you've got dunks there, right? You know what's gonna cause. I mean, JD Sports, one of the biggest sneaker stores in the country, don't know what hysteria can come from saying, "Oh yeah, we got some shoes here." Come
And
along.
when did they start combating resellers?
Imagine. And then anyway, even
people I know that have done that as offspring.
even before that, yeah, people
Yeah.
that have come there early have 5 pairs of shoes from your store.
Yeah.
You can't be now talking about trying to turn down resellers.
Yeah.
You're trying to combat it now after you've already done what you've done.
Yeah,
It
That's
doesn't make
mental.
any
Come on, that
sense.
doesn't make any
It
sense.
doesn't make any sense.
true.
So based on everything that I've said here, yeah. Well, the question that I put down here was it racism or were they just turning away resellers where most of them were black?
Well,
I can't.
With all the evidence that I put before you,
From what I can see and from what I have seen, I feel like it's a bit of there's a bit of racism there.
well, the only way I can see some aspect of racism was the post where they were basically saying that some of the managers were telling people to come back, and supposedly
the
they
people
were
that were
saying
telling
it-
back were white.
were white people, but that's according to the thread. I wasn't there. So according to the thread, supposedly some of the managers were telling some of the white people,
Yeah.
come back in so and so time.
Yeah.
But if a black person went to them, they would turn around and say, no, we don't have any shoes whatsoever.
I don't think do people realize that this reselling game is very diverse?
So
Yeah, I mean-
what I was gonna say was I think I can't say whether it's flat out racism or whatever, but what I can say is that when anything is down to discretion, discretion brings about bias,
Yeah.
and so your bias, whether it's conscious or unconscious,
Will come out.
will come out
For sure.
Yeah.
And if that woman is subconsciously racist or prejudiced in any way, shape or form, or has any sort of disdain towards black people, then her bias and her discretion will mean that the people that she will tell to come back might be white. Or there might be a lot more white people than black people.
Maybe I heard that. Just be white.
I can't discredit anything that the guys put in that thread, right? And I can only take that as facts. And from what other people have said, going there, you included, that's all I could take from the situation. But a lot of it does sound a bit sketchy, which is why I'm not going to say that it is 100% racism. Because really and truly, I can understand them getting to a point where they're like, okay, cool, we know we fucked up, right? We gave people more shoes than we should have, and now we've got a long line of people and we haven't got enough shoes. So what do we do? It's fight or flight, right? If you're working in the store and that situation happened, you're going to try and get people away from the store no matter what. Whether you're black, white, Asian, it doesn't matter. We're going to try and get you away from the store, right? So I can understand it from that aspect, right? But according to the thread, this is what he's been saying. There was a white guy that had multiple pairs. As Kesi has obviously said, people were giving pairs early in the morning. He might have been there early in the morning, tried to come back and get some more pairs. So there was a white guy with multiple pairs. I don't know when he got the shoes. Several pairs. So he could have been someone that came at the same time as the black guy and got the shoes. That could be racism. But at the same time, it could have also been a situation where they literally just turned around and said, look, this is crazy. Shut it down. Once you get word to shut shit down, then it's got to be shut down no matter what.
I hear it. But like you said, at the end of the day, they started this in a sense that you've given someone, okay, for example, if you look at that guy that started the thread compared to the white guy, he had one pair. The other guy had 5 or whatever pair. So you are the one that is starting this and you're stopping it and you're looking at one guy. Can you not see the guy that's got 5 pairs and you're stopping a guy that's got 1 pair from getting, let's say, another pair? That's dumb. I really think the lady fucked up by saying that the guy's a reseller, really and truly. Yeah, she shouldn't have done that.
First of all, I'm sick and tired of stores trying to police the reselling market. Sometimes I understand the reason for doing it.
Excuse me.
Obviously, the reason for doing it is because they want as many people to get the shoe as they want as possible, right? But first of all, in-store raffles, you already know how it goes. There's 1 or 2 ways. Your staff are already messed up already because they've already told their friends that they have dunks, right? They're going to give it to their friends.
And they've already secured some at the back.
Exactly. You can't combat that. So you're trying to stop resellers, but you're already giving shoes to your staff members, right? So come on, what do you think your staff members going to wear size 5 and a size 11? When they're a size 11? What are we doing there?
Moving on.
Before you do though, I was going to say that when it comes to reselling, I think this is really important because you do have brands like Offspring, that have made a very clear stance in how they feel about resellers, and they have things in place so that no one can ever say, let me be clear, it's not about this, it's not about this, you're a reseller, period, right? JD is not at the point where they have started doing the raffling thing. They've got their online, and I know about that stuff, but I'm talking about in-store raffles and stuff like that. That is not something that they have done, and like they have not created a foundation whereby the culture of JD is raffles. When it comes to Offspring, I think of Offspring as a raffle store. I don't think of them as a retail store, right? Even Foot Patrol, they have a reputation about them. You've got your raffle. I don't think of, I'm gonna go to Foot Patrol to buy trainers. I'm thinking I'm gonna go on Foot Patrol for a raffle, right? JD is a retail store. It's a high street store. It's a first come first serve store. It's never been a store where you think about in the sense of raffles. So for you to now try and like think that a couple of your managers can start doing hierarchy and choice and whatever, it's always going to go south like that. And I feel like that is exactly what happened in that store.
Yeah.
You were going to say something.
What I was going to say is that what even makes it worse is the fact that even on the day, because obviously when we called Kesi to go and get the trainers, there was a lot of promotion going on at the start, where a lot of the content creators that were telling us to come to the store, they were black. They were. I didn't.
My guy with the glasses. What's his name?
Which one?
Specs.
Specs was on there. PK was on there. But Miss Dems was on there.
Yeah, shout out Miss Dems.
But the thing is, what is irritating is that you bring black content creators, and the content creators themselves are even saying, come to the store, spend £100 each day for Saturday and Sunday. People are gonna come down to your store. The whole point of you using influencers is because they're influencing people to come to the store. Cool. Added on top, you've got dunks. You're telling people to spend money. Now you're telling people not to spend money. And you're pushing away the people. So all of those people, let's say they're black content creators. Majority, I wouldn't say majority, but they're gonna have a lot of black influence as well. Yeah. Black people are gonna come to your store, and now you're shoving black people out of your store.
You know what? I think one thing that we've got to, just make clear is that I can understand that they use a lot of black influencers. They use it a lot in their media, right? But that's not my issue. My issue is that you're in inner city London selling shoes, which you know that is in youth culture is one of the hypest things at the moment.
Right. Yeah.
At the same time, you are also aware of the fact that people make money from this. It's not something that you're brand new to. Come on, JD, as I said, JD Sports is one of the biggest sneaker stores in the country. So when you see a bunch of people come to your store, and you know majority of them are going to be black, we're in East London, right?
Right. Yeah.
So a lot of black people like wearing shoes, like wearing trainers, we like to look good. We're going to be there, right? So you get there, and now you're turning around and saying, excuse me, sir, you're not getting the shoes because you're a reseller.
Yeah.
You have no prior knowledge of this store.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So even that coming to mind, you being able to say that out your mouth, for me personally, is racist.
So if they are racist then, if we're saying that there is a problem with racism within that brand, what does that then mean for us as black people, as content creators, all of it across the board?
The thing is, I can't really... It's mad because as a content creator, I would... Okay, if I'm going to be a content creator of integrity...
Yeah, let's ask that question. If you were a content creator, would you accept money from a brand like JD?
I think it's...
And they were racist.
If with what we believe right now, let's say... Okay, let's ask that question. Do we think that JD is racist?
I don't think they are.
As a brand?
As a brand, no.
Do you think that situation was...
I think that situation had a bit of sniffy.
Well, let's make it clear. I don't think JD are racist. I think the staff members that were there could have been racist.
Yeah,
that's the way I'll put it. I won't say JD's racist. Definitely not. Because they can't really say. You heard me that management came down and said, "Don't let the black people get the shoes."
Yeah.
No, I think it's the people. It's always the people. When it comes to the store, it's always the people. Unless it's the culture of the business, and you'll have to see that when it comes to content creating stuff and all that kind of stuff, you will see it there if that's the culture of the business. So I wouldn't say JD are racist. No.
So are you implying that because they hire black people and use black people that they can't be racist?
Not only that, I feel like you would generally see it in the culture if a company is racist.
But how would you know the culture of JD Sports?
And do you have an example of a racist, like a company that has a racist culture?
I can't think of one off head, but I've seen organizations where, or I've heard of people's situations in an organization where you can say, okay, cool, I could probably say that the culture there is definitely racist.
Yeah.
For example, one example that I would give, especially in the corporate world, is if I see that front office, for example, you look at investment, right? Front office, is purely white middle-aged men, and all the back office, I'm talking about HR, finance, legal, are just black people or people of color or Asian people, etc., etc., etc. I will say that to an extent, for me personally, there's an aspect of racism there, only because if you got the people that are making the money for the business and the people that get all the bonuses and the people that are the face of the business, purely white middle-aged men or white women, etc., and there's no other people of color on there, then I would say that there's some aspect of racism in the culture, because it's always been a situation when organizations, people of color, whether you're black, Asian, etc., will be back office people putting in all the work, but front office, which take the bonuses and gets all the credit for the work, are white people. So that's where I'll say that there will be some sort of culture there of that. But from what I've seen personally with JD Sports, I wouldn't say that the company's racist. No.
Okay. Honestly speaking, based on what Kesi's saying, I can't really say whether they are or not based on what they're showing me.
Okay.
The experience that guy experienced there, I would say there's a of racism. And for the fact that they're using black content creators, I can't really say whether they are racist or not, because especially in this type of industry, and it's happened for many, many years. When it comes to things that are popping, they normally use black people to market it and promote it because they know what result they're going to get.
Okay, so let's take this away from JD then. Let's just go back to the idea of we're thinking of a particular brand. Let's do redacted. We get sued in this place.
Yeah, I'm not
So
trying to
let's
get my
think,
ass
okay, so we've got a brand like JD in terms of how lucrative it is and like how in line with streetwear culture it is and stuff like that, and you were a content creator, but you had an inkling that they had a sprinkle of racism.
I'm not doing any content.
You wouldn't.
No.
You know what? Yeah, I'm a firm believer of whatever the individual wants to do, that's their own business.
What are you doing?
What am I doing? How much we talking? No, I'm joking. I won't do it.
I don't
personally.
think you are joking.
I mean, if the bag comes, if they give you 20 mil right now, Molly May money.
No, do you know? Let me tell you.
Molly May money.
Let me tell you the reason why. Yeah, is that it's similar to what we said in our previous episode. Yeah, your personal brand is so important
for sure.
So you might do this and get 20 mil now. Yeah, and your brand is finished.
Okay.
20 mil goes like that.
Right.
I could do one for a brand and get a recurring income, and I will surpass you.
Do you know what that sounds like?
What?
Would you go to a dinner with
No,
Jay-Z?
no, it's not. I get what you're saying, but what I'm trying to say is that your personal brand's so important.
No, I get you.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it because I know there's so many other brands that support black people that would keep giving me business. You might do JD Sports, cool, you made the bag today, but you might not make the bag tomorrow because no one will support you because you've ruined your brand.
That's fair.
What are your thoughts, on brands? I'm steering it away a little bit, What are your thoughts on brands that aren't necessarily as inclusive as the Foot Asylums, the JDs, all these places that hire black people and whatever, What are your thoughts on brands like that taking up space in streetwear culture where predominantly streetwear culture is rooted in black culture? I had to re-articulate that one properly.
Do you know the thing? What I would say is that there's nothing I can do. There's
what are your thoughts on it?
What are my thoughts? I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it because this has been happening for years. Too many brands monetize off black culture. From watches to clothing to fashion to sneakers. God forbid, but you get rinsed. Get rinsed like a J-cloth. Get rinsed, squeezed.
What is a J-cloth?
It's like the blue cloth they used to clean.
You know where J-cloth is?
You don't know J-cloth? J-cloth. That's what my mom calls it. Get the J-cloth. She said, get the J-cloth and Sainsbury's.
I think it might have been one brand that's called J-cloth and now it's a J-cloth.
But that is what I see. Too many.
You see it? J-cloth. J-cloth.
Too many brands, too many brands monetize off black people and
black culture. Everything, man. Like,
everything.
What do you think, Kesi?
What are my thoughts on it?
Yeah.
It's tiring, innit? That's what you said. Yeah.
What can we do?
I want to know.
It's crazy.
But the question, but my thoughts are like now where I'm at, I'm just like, all right, what we saying? Like, what's going on? Streetwear culture is a tricky one. I will say it's a tricky one, and this is a whole debate in itself. But yes, streetwear culture is absolutely rooted in black culture
100%.
for sure.
For sure.
Full stop.
1,000%.
Without a doubt. However, when I think however, full stop is done. New paragraph, space.
Comma.
Yeah, comma, enter, yeah, enter. We're off.
Come on.
You know, I'm just chatting crap, man.
Yeah, you are.
It's fine. It's vibes. So, but when I think about it's all right. It's okay. It's vibes.
Yeah,
but when I think about streetwear culture, and obviously this is not something I'm necessarily as well versed in, going back in time. Japanese and East Asia have a massive
street culture
involvement, in streetwear culture. I don't know who is more, who is less, what is more, what is less, whatever. I don't know anything about that. But when there is more than one, when it's not like explicitly black culture, like when I think of like things like, for example, this is maybe a bad example, but have you ever heard of AAVE? African American Vernacular English, like things like "ooh, chow" and like.
No, I didn't know that.
I can't think of any more. Yes, bitch, like all of that shit.
I only
like
know about Alpha Delta.
Yeah, Ave, that's what they call it. So African American Vernacular English, things like "woo chow," the ghetto, or like things like that.
Okay.
Things that are said specifically by black people, and it's not necessarily something that should be like mocked. That's just the way that we speak based on the way that we grew up as black people.
Yeah.
And people like I know that is clearly quintessentially black.
Yeah.
Streetwear culture has a lot of contributors and contributors, and it's not as simple as for us to say, as black people, we need to gatekeep the culture, because it doesn't necessarily totally wholeheartedly belong to us.
But do we?
I don't. Yeah, what do we need to gatekeep it? I think it depends on who owns it. I can't gatekeep something I don't own.
That's very true, because we are truly when it comes to streetwear culture, from what I've seen at the moment, black people are majority consumers as opposed to being a people
no ownership
selling the product. We have no ownership. So can you really gatekeep something if you don't have any ownership? In it?
And this is when we were talking about the episode.
Yeah,
prior, that's what I was going to say. That we can't gatekeep.
Yeah.
We can't gatekeep anything we don't have ownership over. So all these brands that, like I said,
I'm not saying have ownership now.
No, for us, okay,
because we'll never have ownership.
But this is the thing. For you to be able to be a gatekeeper of anything, you need to have some sort of ownership
or some sort of like influence into like let's take sneakers for example. You have to have some sort of influence on the supply chains where stuff goes.
And you don't think black people have enough of that influence?
No.
Unless we don't know who are the directors in these companies.
Do you know the reason why I'm saying this? Let me tell you this, yeah. Okay, cool. There's a lot of black brands that we have. For example, Virgil in Louis Vuitton, Kanye West in Yeezy, Telfar, all these different brands. Cool. That is, if you really look at it I'm looking at it from the grand scheme of things, it's this.
Yeah, I hear that.
So it's not. It's like you having 100% of something, and then we only own what 5%. That ain't gonna do much. But I can see that we're trying.
I hear that, but I think look, in my opinion, yeah, black people are a minority, definitively speaking.
Regardless, yeah,
definitively speaking. So there's no way that we'll be ever be able to be the majority in any given situation ever. However, my point is, I'm not saying that we should take ownership and rise up because economically speaking, numbers alone, black people aren't at the top, right? As a people.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is, black people are the culture. At the very least, that is the one thing that we own. We are the culture. We are the trendsetters. So if now black people come, I don't want to do that if we rise up, but
we rise up.
But yeah, I'm saying like if black people are the culture, that is our level of ownership. If for example,
I hear it.
Excuse me. For example, you know how TikTok, there was a whole thing, I don't know if you guys saw it, like TikTok dances that are created by black creators tend to get recreated by white people, and then it will be the white people that get the shine. So Megan Thee Stallion came out with a song. She came out with a song. She came out with a song recently. And rather than black co-creators black content creators to make a dance to it, they said we refuse. We're not going to make a dance to it. And then white people tried to make a dance, and it was so bad, it didn't go anywhere. It didn't go anywhere. And that is a simple example of black people taking a stance. What's the word? Something. Coming together and taking a stand. Anyway, unifying and taking a stand and saying we're not going to do it. And that is how that song never had a dance. That's how that began. And then grand opening, grand closing. So that's what, when I talk about ownership, that's what I mean.
So bringing it back to this situation. So taking that into account, would you say the best thing to do is stop shopping in those places?
This
is the question.
It's easier said than done, man.
It is much easier said than done, because once again, I said, like, this is people's livelihood, right? So people are gonna go look. As I said, this is why I also say that when it comes to those situations, it's really down to the individual. I'm not gonna be mad at you if you support the movement or if you don't support the movement, right? Because you got a life to live, you got decisions to make. If you stop going to these shops to buy shoes and you can't have money to put food on the table, then mate, it's only you that's gonna be affected, not the don that's on the front line shouting, go and do this, right? Yeah. So this is why it goes back to influencer situation. If the influencer wants to take the job, let them take the job. I mean, they're gonna suffer the backlash no matter what. But once again, it's them that needs the money for the work, right? So I'm not mad at anyone that does go and work with a racist brand. I mean, obviously, look, I'm not going to support you.
Are you hearing what you're saying, though?
I'm not going to support you. But if you need to make your money, make your money. What does that concern me?
But what about like, bruv, we shop at racist brands all the time.
Hey,
Zara has come out with some BS.
H&M done the monkey ad.
H&M BS, Gucci BS, Moncler BS. I haven't named the brand that none of us don't own.
So what are we really
Prada,
saying there?
BS. There's always something. So at what point, like, are we just gonna boycott every racist brand? Because that's everyone. We can't shop nowhere. So where do we go?
Resellers.
Even them. Apparently. So where the hell do I go?
Yeah. So
exactly.
Where?
So what do we do?
Bambaras.
Would you ever consider shopping at only like black owned or inclusive brands?
I would look.
Shop only?
Only.
I'm not gonna lie. Some of these racist brands, they have some fire items.
I kind of like the
They got some fire items, man.
No, you know what? Yeah. Once again, I don't care whether you're black, white, Asian. Yeah, it's down to the product. Personally, I'm buying whatever I like. Yeah. Whether it's owned by a black person or not, you're not gonna stop me from buying what I like. I'm not gonna turn around and say I'm gonna go to predominantly black-owned businesses now and say, because I'm part of the movement, I'm going to go to predominantly black-owned businesses because, one, there might not be a black-owned business that has the stuff that I want. Two, it might not be of the quality that I want.
Yeah.
Three, it might not be anything that I like.
Yeah.
So, look, don't come at me for shopping where I want to shop. I want to shop there, period. But I do believe in the movement. But as you clearly showing, look, if we all say, let's all go and boycott JD, we're all going to go down to Foot Patrol. There's not enough shoes in Foot Patrol. What are you going to do? Boycott Foot Patrol once they be racist to you? Well, we got Offspring left. Offspring that's not giving anyone shoes.
And the thing is, JD owns Foot Asylum and Foot Patrol and
Really?
Size.
Yeah.
Yes. So where the hell do we go? And also as well, if you start there, you'll never stop. Like, does that now mean you can't like cream your skin with certain whatever?
If you're going to be part of the movement, be part of the movement.
And it extends so far. This is the thing. It's unfortunate, but racism is so heavily ingrained in our society.
Yeah.
You can't run from it.
Yeah, can't
Where I
hide.
work, there have been
Incidents.
many incidents everywhere. So what do? What, the school I went to, there was racism there. What, do I drop out?
The one thing that has been working, which I really applaud, is the fact that whenever it does happen, you
It's
make
on
light
site.
of it.
Yeah, smoke.
You make light of it.
Yeah.
And you've seen the companies that have come back and they've either received backlash for that, or they've come out and done something about it, which is good.
Did JD say anything?
They haven't
in the
said
end?
shit yet.
Let me see.
They haven't said one thing from what I'm aware of. When I saw that the thread came out and people were going to JD all up in the comments saying, look, you guys better say something now.
Nothing.
They were quiet. So
nothing.
I guess that kind of shows that where they stand. But really and truly, something will happen to JD Sports. But as we clearly identified, there's still going to be a lot of people that are still going to go and shop at JD Sports because what other choice do they have? You can't get the shoe anywhere else. So what other choice do you have?
I hear it.
Yeah,
You're
that's
lucky
what's
I
been
wasn't
up
there the following day to try and get whatever dunks were left.
I was trying.
Exactly.
I would have gone. It was a
So
Sunday.
what
I was
we
at church.
doing?
Otherwise, I would have been there. I'm
What
not gonna
are
lie.
we doing?
Yeah, it's tricky. I think as you know, it's down to. I hate to come up with this stupid title, but fact of the matter is, it comes down to your core and whatever you feel in your spirit. And that's it. That's all you can
That's
do.
what I'm saying. It's
You
an
go-
independent
you
decision.
go- that's it. You go.
Don't be mad at someone for their independent
There's
decision.
nothing you can do. And the thing is, everyone is. I can't say that, but I was gonna say everyone's racist anyway. But like, that's such a fight to fight.
Yeah, it
like,
is, yes, yeah.
that's
I
a
don't wanna
very
go down
it's a
that.
very
Yeah,
redundant
yeah.
fight. You'll be swinging forever because everybody is racist. Someone is always prejudiced in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
I don't have time to fight that one every day, but I'm happy that there are people like that Miss Glizzy guy that made sure, bruv. Anyone,
Yeah.
I could get smoked when the
Yeah.
time is right. You get
Yeah,
smoked, and that's it.
100%.
I'm very here for people losing their jobs for being
For
racist.
sure.
I'm very here for it.
No,
For sure.
that is.
I love it.
If you have the boldness to go and do that,
Put it in my
then
veins.
suffer the consequences.
100%.
That's how I
your own
feel.
business.
Absolutely. I love that. So the way that the woman was acting, outside of, I can't speak to the racismo, but I can speak to the fact that she called security on him when he wasn't even
Doing
wasn't
it.
that much of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like he was, like I said, he went round and he spoke to a number of us to say this woman is moving mad. This woman is moving mad. And she called security straight away. There was no need for that, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's when you're doing.
You
too
made
much.
a bigger
You're
scene.
doing
And
too
so
much.
for that, at the very least, if you don't do your job properly, you get smoked.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
And I feel like that's the main thing about this situation. I feel like the lady acted in a way which might not have been racist, but you didn't handle your job
Yeah,
the
you
right
didn't
way.
Yeah, you didn't do it
And
properly.
you went above and beyond by going to call security on the guy when
Yeah.
when it wasn't necessary.
It's not like the guy
And
was
if-
ransacking your stuff.
Exactly. I mean, come on. If
He
you're
wasn't
gonna
stealing, he
you're gonna
wasn't making
call
noise,
security on
nothing.
one door when
petty.
you've got 100,000 people out here
Crazy.
trying to get a shoe. Come on, stop being silly.
And the
Crazy.
guy actually purchased from your store as well.
Exactly. So
Boy.
you
So
acted in the wrong way.
How do we treat those type of, let's not call it JD,
Yeah.
but just racist brands or brands that we feel like, you know, it's a bit
I think the only thing we can do is call them out.
Call them
Call
out.
them out.
Yeah.
Call them out because as you said, until we get to a point where the real owners of the culture actually have some sort of ownership in the actual products itself, there's nothing more you could do in terms of, other than call them out. Really,
It's big
Yeah,
that you said
facts.
that because it's true.
Yeah.
Until we have ownership of these products, we can't really do anything, man.
no, because you're gonna always want it.
It's interesting that obviously this shoe has the hype that we give it. Do you know what I mean?
We gave it
we
the
give it
presence
that
it
hype.
has.
So I wonder, and this is not necessarily a question, but I just wonder whether in the same way that we give Dunks hype, like we dictate what is popular. That's why we got Gucci Yaga and Verdace.
Yeah.
Because we gave them the hype that we love collabs,
Yeah.
right? So I wonder when a time will come where we put our hype to the things that are inclusive, like Telfar. Telfar is big because it supported a brand that was heavily inclusive, black owned,
100%.
LGBTQ plus friendly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it
But-
was inclusive across the board.
Clear example is what's to say that they can't happen at the same time though. Like with Telfar. Telfar has got the hype. Telfar has got all of that with it. And it is alongside all these other brands that got the hype. So
but what I'm saying is, instead of us saying, I give up, we just have to shop at these so-so brands. Like, maybe it is a thing that we will force brands to become inclusive by only supporting brands that are inclusive already.
But is anyone ready to do that? No.
That's the question. I just said I wonder.
It's not even if anyone's ready to do that. And you pointed out a point earlier on is in regards to whether do people actually like what is there.
Well, this is what. No, it's not even about liking it. If you're down for the movement, you're down for the movement.
You like it, man.
So you have no choice.
You like it.
No, if you're saying,
do you know why? Because what comes first with you, not with you, but with other. And I'm sorry, I cut you off just then. But I'm saying that there are a lot of things, that you did not like at first, but you found your way to like it because hype came over or whatever else.
Oh yeah, there's certain things, but I'm not gonna lie. For me, even of recently, like even if it is a hype and I don't like it, I don't like it.
I can't lie. Foam runners, they are ugly. They are clapped.
Yeah,
I have heard a couple people that did not like it before say there's just something about them that comes from hype.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
No, you weren't.
What do you mean? I was a firm fighter for him.
Foam runners are the Crocs.
I'm a firm fighter for those. I said it from the beginning.
Yeah.
What about the rubber slides that people swore that they didn't like?
No, but this. Okay, if we're looking at it from a mass perspective, if a large majority of people were to hone on something and say they like it, obviously the majority of the culture
and
will
that's
go
what
for
I'm saying.
I
wonder, because what I'm saying is black people are the culture, and so if that's the case, the same way that we all back Telfar at the same time, that is a perfect example in regards to black people are the culture, we are the movement, we follow Telfar because we wanted that bag, we wanted that brand to blow, and look at how it has blown, and it's surpassed black culture and it's now entered
mainstream
hype culture, and hype culture is bigger than all of us, as we know. So why can't we do that for brands that are more inclusive? So maybe that's the stance that we should be taking going forward.
I know the support black businesses movement isn't just solely support black businesses only. But what if that was the case where it was support only black businesses? Is that something that can run? And my answer is I don't think so.
Why do you think that is?
Because it's an individual choice, and if people sit down and really think about the situation, it's not about unifying enough, because we do unify, but in their heart of hearts, no one is willing to say, I'm only going to support black businesses. No one's willing to say that, and anyone that does, more power to you, but I really feel you're lying, because as soon as you walk out, you go buy water from Tesco. Is that a black business? What are we doing there? You should be going to the black shop round the corner.
Supermarket.
I'm telling you, and it's small things, and yes, I'm going to be petty, but when you go to Sainsbury's and buy shampoo, I mean, I'm not really sure he's buying shampoo from Sainsbury's, but I normally go to the hair shop to get my stuff. But if you buy shampoo from Sainsbury's,
we bought shampoo from Sainsbury's on Saturday.
I would also just like to say to all my black, I was going to say black women, but obviously black men have hair as well. There is a myth going around that there is a specific shampoo that black people can use and can't use. That's a fucking lie.
You can use Tresemme.
I can use Tresemme. Why do people make me pay £10-12 for sheer moisture? I don't want to do that. I just want to pay $1.99 for the Tresemme, and it works.
It's actually $5.99 or $6.99 actually for Tresemme.
What's that?
Quite expensive.
It's £2.
No.
Where?
No, it really depends. If you go to Boots always have a discount, even on the what's called the Garnier as well.
I buy my Tresemme from Poundland.
Oh, seriously? They sell Tresemme in Poundland? Oh, shocking.
Anyway, I think the best statement that the best statement that was said today, which is from yourself, is there's nowhere to hide.
I don't even remember saying that.
I don't even.
It's facts,
there's nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to hide.
Preach, bro. Preach.
Preach.
Facts, guys.
Yeah, man. That's it, man.
Racist I forget cooked, regardless.
Rules, man.
And so shall it be.
They're going to get your ass. And please do.
We coming to get you.
I think that's coming to get you, but we'll be back at that store in the morning.
Right after.
Once you're gone, I'll come back.
What he was denied, I will come and purchase.
Yeah, it's mad.
That's just the way life works.
We're all hypocrites out here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, a little bit, innit?
That's not hide from it.
And that's why Telfar is the only Telfar to Telfar. That brings us to the end of episode 79. Ridiculous. Guys, I hope you enjoyed as always.
Man.
You can find us on the gram at DBTHPodcast. Please follow us. Road to 500 still there. We want to give away things.
Please.
Come on.
I don't get it.
I'm begging you. What's going on here, man?
This money is in my pocket.
And it's going to stay there if you don't follow us on the gram, okay?
I don't mind. I like saving my money.
Yes, sir. Come on. Also, merch entertainment coming soon from DBTH. Look out for it, okay?
Like that.
Thanks so much. All right, you can find us on YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Apple Podcasts by searching DBTH Podcast. 1 word or 2 words, whatever. I've checked them both. You can find them the same way. Okay, and any other business? I don't think so. We don't have anything else to say.
No, this is episode 79.
And we are out. Peace.